Do, 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 do. Um, Oops. Mhm. Okay. Okay. The hazy Overhead lights in the speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. Bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floor, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Sarin literature, or Sarin, maybe? Literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my book may as well be doorstops. Alright, stay quiet. Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? This evening, a properly mixed Eastern Ruby. It should hit the spot. Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. Lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. That's the spirit. Okay, so he loves Eastern Ruby and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Eastern Ruby, the list, to start making his favorite cocktail. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, following along the lines in the direction as it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as a red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or the drink will be ruined. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased and you will lose all but one action. Okay, for the remainder of the conversation. You know me too well, this is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run to this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it, especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you are already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Rusalka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps. My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. People of Sara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary. But you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You say there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in the alley of the Bukovi Boulevard. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. Murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory or fabricated? Fabricated? I believe so, yes. With the prohibition in full force, perhaps the politicians created a serial killer boogeyman to keep people out of speakeasies. It's just like the old fairy tales about demons in the woods, the claws of the Strigoi, snatching the unwary and pulling them into the darkness. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth of breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend, be on your guard. I will. We're on Bukovi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. I have work to get on with, or see Vincent. Every day we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. This is it's a big place, so look left and right. Check for any customers seated on the edges of the room. You can click on a customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out with this mysterious woman in the back. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Rundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice traders symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. Then I stop and nothing has changed. Sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lemon. A slice of lemon wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. Okay. Lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. One drink coming up. So excited. All right, there are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. Question mark means you don't know how they feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones that they feel neutral about. This information gets upgraded or updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with the customer faster than a neutral one. This indicates the smoothness of the drink, which means how long the customer is willing to stay and talk about after being served. In other words, yo, what's up, Jab? Hi. How many actions you will be able to take during the following dialogue. Every new topic you discuss will cost 1 action point. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar. So don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as you have actions remaining, but can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage, shows how alcoholic a drink is. The higher the percent, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen a customer's lips, but be careful. A customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you will receive. It can also affect the customer's mood as well as how talkative they will be after you serve them. Let's make her drink, shall we? Oh, so we're doing the copper bullet. Okay. Cool. Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't go home with all this fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads. The women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes looks like torture to me. Don't care about clothes. Me too. At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up with fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Ooh, I'll take that as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. The nightcap just opened, yes. The nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Rundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops. The mid bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about you. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got Bartitsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow. Yo, what's up, Sam? I tried so hard to really make sure I was reading everybody's like names and stuff. And I had yours, and I got a lot of people. I know I had like some people that I let go because I recognize their names, but I haven't seen them in forever and ever and ever. Then I was just like trying to get everybody that I know is still active, I guess, whether in my chat or not, but if I've seen them around, right? Because I know a lot of people like will just stop blocking again, and then they're, I wish they had a toggle where you could like be like inactive for a year or something, and you could just mass delete that or something, you know what I mean? Thank you, I appreciate that, because I didn't want to get anybody. Shenanigans tricked me. I didn't actually delete him, but I thought I did because he said that, and I was just like, oh fuck, because there was 2 Shenanigans, and I thought I accidentally got him, but he was messing with me. My weekend is going well so far. Lyra got picked up around 10 or 11 or something, and then I've been sitting watching Markiplier videos, the 3 Scary Games videos that he has. Surprised Twitch doesn't have a better setting for managing followers. I'm honestly surprised too, because if you did it through Twitch, you would have to literally just go through and unfollow one at a time. But I used the commander route thing, and dude, I went from 7,000 to like 400, and I'm still not finished. Like, there's still some on there that I know are like names I don't recognize or something like that. Or like, I'm not saying that there can't be lurkers and stuff, but I was just going based off of like people who have spoken in chat, you know what I mean, and who are still, I've seen like in chats and stuff like that, or whatever, or who have popped in still active. But yeah, what I wanted to do next, and I've messaged them, I've like sent in a support thing, what I wanted to do next was get my partner removed. It's nice because if it feels like, it feels inflated, right? Because it's not genuine to what is now, you know? And I would rather it reflect what it is now, especially because I'm not doing it, you know, for like a full-time thing. So it would be nice to, I like to do that every once in a while. I like to go through and clean things out, and I've been meaning to do that for a while, because I even streamed down in like 2015, and I had followers. That was before I had Lyra, you know, so I had like old shit. I would just rather have it if I like had like the views. Like, I know I got it, right? But I would like to have it on my terms, where, and I don't mind not having it, you know what I mean? I think it would be nice to not have it, and if I ever got it back, it was because I streamed the games that I wanted. I did it through Variety. I, you know, don't switch games and all of a sudden fall off on all of my views and stuff like that, you know what I mean? If I was gonna get it and I was gonna get it casually and stuff, I'd rather have it like that. I feel like it feels misleading, and not necessarily to everybody else, but it just feels wrong in a way to have it, for me personally. Like, I'm not saying this is for everybody or whatever. I never really felt super accomplished when I got partner anyways, because at that point I was already burning out. I was already starting to burn out. So it felt like this thing that I just cared way too much about, and I would like to get it removed. And then if I ever got it, you know, genuinely, like, you know, on my terms, what the fuck ever, if that makes, yeah. So I put in a ticket, and I actually live chatted with someone from Twitch, and they were like, this is going to be something that we have to like talk to you through email, or send you stuff through email. It's not something I can just sit here and chat with you right now. Like, we have to get it all together. So I'll send you an email. And then they like logged off our message, and I'm like, okay. And then like time passed, not even like much time, but like I didn't get a confirmation that we had like talked in an email. So then I was starting to get paranoid, thinking, I hope that that was acknowledged and that they sent me an email, right? So I went ahead and submitted a ticket as well, just so that it didn't seem like this chat message was like not like recorded or what the fuck ever and stuff. I wanted to make sure that I actually had the conversation like sent in or whatever. So here's to hoping that happens too, because it would be nice to have the followers that I actually genuinely have, the people that actually come in, and then start over. No partner status and stuff like that, and just kind of go through it that way. Well, I should be heading back. Okay, sparring classes and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counters to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all the customers. I started playing some of this when I was like offline, and I was like, this would just be such a fun stream game. I know it's a lot of reading, and y'all know how I feel about reading, but I like the mechanics of it and stuff like that. It's giving coffee talk along with a you know, detective kind of vibe to it. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is an awkward gentleman. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times like he expects someone to sneak in after him. Nice weight off. It's nice to see you back though, even if it's just weekends. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And it is a weight off. It feels weird having 7K followers when I know, like, I look at people who are like partnered and actually has like have like the views and stuff like that, and they have like 7K and whatever. And again, not that following count means anything to anything, right? Because again, you can go AFK for like 7 months and blah 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 and all that shit. And so it's fine, but I would just rather reflect what it is. Thank you, Jab. I don't like to read out loud. Sometimes I feel like I've gotten better. I feel like I stammer a lot. I start to think too much in my head, and then I kind of like stumble. But I feel like I've gotten better at it. What's up, whale? A mortar mystery? Yeah, it do be. So at the top of the game, it showed a scene of this girl being like pushed out of a speakeasy. So we're during like the prohibition where like alcohol is like illegal and all that stuff, okay? So she was at a speakeasy, which is illegal, and she got pushed out of it into an alley, and next morning she's found in said alley dead. So we're like the owner of the place is like, just be careful of who you talk to and how you treat people, because I feel like the people who call the cops on the speakeasies are usually people who are dissatisfied customers, so make sure everybody's happy, etc., etc. So we get like a lot of high class, a lot of low class people in here, but this is that was the first person I had spoken to, and then I talked to the owner previously right before. Now this is my first guy, and then I guess like the next day will probably be like what's up, Reaper? Hi. Like my real first day. So we don't know who this guy is, first time seeing him, so we just started. Man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care, you choose. How does this place work? Okay. Fine. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Ready to serve. Thank you. All right. What are we giving this guy? His alcohol tolerance is down here at the bottom, okay? Everybody has a different one. It has been forever. I thought you stopped streaming. Didn't realize you changed your name. I literally just came back to streaming not long ago, so to be fair, so like I really did stop streaming for like 7 months. What's up, Dragon? Hi. But I did also change my name recently as well. I know it's a day early, but happy Mother's Day. Yo, thank you. Yo, Jab, you have a great day. Thank you. Yeah, Friday, Lyra had this homeschooling like live session, and every Friday they all have to be on camera to like check in, right? She doesn't have live classes throughout the week because I teach her, and we do a flex program, so I'm her teacher instead of her going to live classes and having an actual teacher, like majority of the class does. I like to do it myself, and plus sometimes, you know, Papal comes over and I don't want to like screw up like the scheduled times that they have or stop them from hanging out, blah blah blah. Anyways, so Fridays they have these live sessions at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they've been doing lately not really anything like learning, it's just like a homeroom kind of thing, and they were drawing these potted plants on paper for Mother's Day. So she drew me like 3 potted plants, and like one had M-O-M, right? And then drew little flowers and like colored it, and Happy Mother's Day. She spelled mothers M-U-T-H-E-R. That's funny. That's cute. And then she drew me another one, which was like one big plant with like a tulip and mommy I love you and stuff like that. So I had these little pictures here, and she was like, I want to give this to you like today instead of Sunday. And she's like, and then I'll just give you a bunch of hugs and kisses on Sunday or something like that. So it was cute. All right, so this guy came in. He's wanting a drink. The red marks are how many action points we'll get for handing said person said drink if they like it. The alcohol percentage is obviously, you know, their tolerance or whatever, the percentage of the drink, and then down here's their tolerance meter. So if I gave him night count, it would probably make this man drunk. Now, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to give him a 4. Maybe I should just give him like a mint punch or something like that, or like a poison drop. He doesn't care, he says, but that's concerning to me. Pirate's Joy, mint punch, poison drop, cold winter, wake up call, copper bullet. Evening prayer. Maybe 5 wouldn't be so bad. It's a little tipsy. Cold winter. I just don't know what he looks like he would like. Yo, Tham, thank you for the 8 months. I was listening to your story about Lyra and got interrupted by the ad. It was mean. What a stinker. Where did I leave off? I can tell you. Maybe we just give him a Pirate's Joy. A mint punch. Maybe we give him a mint punch. I don't know what he likes. This is gonna have me so indecisive. No, let's do poison drop. Fuck it, right? Let's do poison drop. Cool. Why not? Not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. You probably guess that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. Oh, you don't need to go over through stuff again. You're okay. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, just homeschooling stuff. She just drew me a picture for Mother's Day. That's all. I had her do that during class. The headline reads, latest Bukovi. Am I saying that right? Bukovi? Bukovi? I'm pretty sure the beginning says Bukovi. It sounds weird coming up my mouth. I'm probably putting a twang on it or something like that. Latest Bukovi Boulevard victim identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovi police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovi killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalie Reed, a native Sarin, And lifetime resident of Bukovi was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukovi. Damn, this is a lot of Bukovi. If I'm saying this fucking word wrong, bro, and I'm saying it constantly over and over, this is gonna be awful. At 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as The Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, has known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldia urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Now, suspiciously like a different word. I don't know if on purpose. Yeah. You know what's funny is when I'm doing if I say a word over and over, it's gonna sound wrong in my head eventually. It's like you say chair a million times and now chair doesn't sound like a word anymore. When me and Lyra are doing school and there's a word that I'm just like, I don't know how we're supposed to say this because it's like in social studies or science or something like that, I always go to Google pronunciation and we have to do that because I'm not going to say it wrong for her. I'm going to try to at least figure it out. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, said only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Maybe you spring to mind. Not really. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first played a little chunk of this, I said you spring to mind, and he did not like that comment. So I'm not going to do that this time. I don't know if he's gonna be happy about anything. I want to be sassy. You know what? I'm gonna be sassy. I don't care. I'm gonna try my hardest to not piss people off, but I'm still gonna be authentic to what I was thinking. So see, it goes down, indicates that it does not like that I said that. He can tell you've touched a nerve. He takes a short breath and leans forward. Anyone who isn't me. Maybe. I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead. And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place. I'm just making a drink for a new friend, for my new friend. A speakeasy. Exactly. Okay, so he liked that. Which we redeemed ourselves, I guess. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Merton. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help? You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary? Is that how I say that? Constabulary? This place is... The constabulary and Bukovi are constantly used so far. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all of this. I'm guessing there's no opt-out. You drinking here is also illegal, right? I'm not. He's gonna get pissed. He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand you're holding it over me. Got it. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Question: how do I investigate? You interrogate everyone at your bar and ask the right questions. Get to know them, make them willing to talk. A glass of alcohol might loosen their tongue. I suggest you keep track of your findings in a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused pinboard in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connections makes them easier to understand. I'll give it a try after my shift. Where should I start? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept. I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. See what I can do. Let's move on. You're part of this now. Time is short and I expect something solid from you soon. All right, speaking with customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the show clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to customers is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi, but be careful, showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. This case is the highest priority and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, let's get this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated Force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. Now, I'm scared that 2 weeks actually means 2 weeks. But this is a 14-day long game. No pressure though. Now, why does this man look exactly like the man before? Yo, what's up, Dark? Hi! How are you? I have been well. Been doing the things and the stuff, the momming. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The Filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. 6th year? Dude, that's insane. I just went through a bunch of my followers and I forgot I had started streaming back in like 2015 before I even had Lyra for like a small little amount of time. I was not on Mixer actually. I remember Mixer though. Man, that's been forever ago. Holy. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my taste. Do we know each other or miss me, Peter? Every day was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out. Any flavor I can work in there like that you like. Going all sweet on me now? Well, I like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Okay. So let's see how this is. Okay. A hint of coffee. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Okay, this is giving sexual tension. And that's what it is for me, at least. That's how it feels. This is giving sexual tension to me. We were both bad guys. We're both bad guys, whatever. And, you know, I don't even know who we are. To be honest, I guess it truly doesn't matter. I have tried Marvel Rivals, and I was actually pretty obsessed with it once I first got into it. I liked ranking and all that stuff. But like any competitive game, eventually I start getting too mad. And I don't know how I fell off, but then I fell off. You know what I mean? I don't know why, or how, but I did really, really like playing Cloak and Dagger. Excuse me. They were my favy wavy. So really, really liked the healing, but I liked Mora from Overwatch as well. Classic online game turning point of getting too pissed off. Yeah, for real. It's why I'm like, maybe the problem is me. Maybe I should realize that maybe I'm a little bit teensy weensy too competitive, and maybe we should play like single player games and cozy or something. Because I mean, that's how I was with Smite sometimes too. I never ranked on Smite though. But you get mad when someone doesn't do something, or if you die, and blah blah blah. It's always everybody else's fault, not yours. A little bit toxic. And yeah, so I had to just probably step away. I think I know I'm a little competitive. I'd like to say I'm super relaxed, but gotta be honest. All right, so we're gonna get this man some coffee. Yeah, I don't play online games much. It's nice and peaceful without them for a bit. Yeah, for real. Toxic. Me? No. What's up, Fern? How are you, cutes fatoots? Not me. All right, so we have Cold Winter is a coffee liqueur, coffee powder. Wake Up Call is a coffee liqueur, coffee beans, espresso. Now, did he say a little bit of coffee, or did he say did he just say he likes coffee? I can't remember. So I'm assuming it's one of these two. Which one do we think sounds more appealing? Cold Winter or Wake Up Call? This is vodka coffee liqueur. This is vodka coffee liqueur. This one has cream coffee powder, and this one has sugar syrup, espresso, and coffee beans. I mean, this is coffee, isn't it? But I don't know if he wants that much coffee. Oh, he's also at so this also has 5. Maybe we should go Cold Winter because it's got more percentage and his tolerance is high. So maybe we get him a little buzz. I remember he was saying he wanted one strong enough to forget about XYZ. So maybe Cold Winter's the way to go here. Isn't he such a cutie patootie? Look at him. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. So you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with the frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often, how can someone so dangerous be so charming? I think we have a crush. Doing good, and you? I'm doing okay. A little dookie heads with my mom right now. So it's been like every weekend is full for her because my dad's schedule changed a little bit. So one weekend she'll be hanging out with my dad. One weekend she'll have a day with my mom. So it's been nice. It's been nice that she's got like a full like weekend vibes or whatever. Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone with a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The Last Drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. Alright, so The Last Drop is the place that we just talked about, how there was a murder there. And Peter Wagner here used to attend. Suspicious? I don't know. And what's your job these days? What's a little blood to you? I'm gonna say that. I'm a teddy bear. I got claws, but I don't want to get them out when I'm trying to hold my wine glass. Ooh, he's more than affectionate with me. You notice him bite the inside of his cheek. For a moment, you think he's going to try denying it. Instead, he shrugs. I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in and the deals people make. It's neutral? I don't take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They knew the deal when they was getting into what they took when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He's not a monster. You know what I mean? He does a sneaky job, but he's not a monster. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just saying. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now, if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me, and I need to take care of it. Maybe if I would have gave him a less strong one? You know, when he first said has had an effect on me, I thought he meant something else other than the fact that, like, he's tired or has to pee, you know? Sure thing. Yeah, Peter. All right, so we have a father? Padre over here, and then a nice fancy schmancy lady. Extravagant lady. All right, an obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think, this grand a place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yes, the man, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't mentioned you. Now, why would we say that? Why would we say that? She obviously gives off this kind of like need to be acknowledged, like really thinks of herself highly. Do you know what I mean? No, he must have. Carmine, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on, a VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it even though it drips with audacity. Oh, that Olivia Carmine. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. Or he never mentioned you. Now, I'm not going to say that. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand. Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Anything specific you fancy? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Yeah, she was singing bang bang. Let's pour you something fabulous. Thank you, darling. My throat is absolutely parched. All right, so she likes fruity drinks or tropical drinks. Now, Pirate's Joy is giving tropical straight up by the looks. She likes fruity and tropical. Now, tell me there's nothing more tropical than Pirate's Joy. Like, look at it. Pineapple juice, white rum, coconut cream. I mean, it has pineapple. It has cherry, pineapple slice. It's giving tropical. I think that's what I'm going for here. I could see Eastern Ruby a little bit, but it's not giving tropical to me. What you up to today, Fern? What's the vibes? Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. What a day. Oh, did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her fingers to pull you close. Well, today I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Somewhat, absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it, but well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Picture me and my sultry voice broadcast nationwide to the people of Sara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know? Sure. Oh, anytime anybody says sure to me, bro, I'm always it never feels, unless you lift it up with your voice, where like sure. It never feels like a good reply to me. Maybe it's me, but it was a busy week, so today we chill, probably Destiny all day. I saw you log on to some Destiny. There like that much content in that damn game. I see people like obsessed with Destiny and love it. What's like when you beat it, what is the grind for? Is it like to get armor so that you can have better stuff for Crucible or something? Or is it not about Crucible? New content. Oh, bitch. Damn, they really do that, don't they? They really do that. Now, Destiny 1, I loved. I'm not saying I don't like Destiny 2. I just really love Destiny 1. That was like, had a PS4, me and my friends in the state were like, we would all log on Tuesdays and we would all do raids and stuff. And that was always fun. End game is armor stats, weapons, and flare. Oh, okay. The oh, what is it they call fashion souls? But it's like, yeah, fashion of it all. Olivia swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with the tissue before settling the empty glass down beside your hands. Thank you for the drink. I will be back, though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. See you soon. I kind of like her, I'm not gonna lie. Even though she gives off the vibe of like self-importance and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit maybe a little bit, I don't know what the word I'm trying to think is, but I like her. She's cute. The kisses and stuff give. They released a new game. She's less sus. Oh yeah, for sure. She just seems like a little, is pompous the right word? Just kind of like thinking she's just a big hot shot and that everybody should know her and stuff. And even if she was a big hot shot, like, work, like, relax. But, you know, again, the kisses, and she's real sweet and nice, and so it's not like she's a bitch about it. So I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Release a new game mode on Tuesday, so doing that. What's the new game mode? Fashion is the real end game. Yeah, for real. I do harder content and try to solo. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that would be me for sure. Soloing, trying to solo. Oh, I bet that gets frustrating though. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Vincent is a little sus, even though he's the owner of the store above me, but I don't know. And he hired me to be a bartender. So who knows? A miserable looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drinks stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really, just strong. Okay. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. He takes a short breath. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly and with fewer jokes. Okay. All right, I'm thinking we're going night count. This is a 7%. He said he wanted strong, and I mean, that's strong, right? That's strong. It might get him a little bit crazy, or maybe we should stick to a 5%. I don't know. He did say strong though. 7% strong, and it's past his limit. But maybe because his tolerance is so little, strong to him might be a 5 instead. Evening prayer. I'm sorry, but I have to give the father evening prayer. I didn't even see that name. The new content is a new dungeon challenge with new weapons and a PvP mech fight. A mech? Like you guys get into robots or something? Or am I misunderstanding or overthinking? Evening prayer it is, right? It has to be. Yeah, come on, look at this. Period. Here we go. Goes down quite nicely. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips, and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey? But you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Yep, tanks versus... Oh, wow. So, like, all the players are in their own, like... mechs and stuff? Nobody's, like, walking around unsuited up? Is it that bad? If you took confessions, too, you wouldn't ask. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. What happened? Tell me. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. End conversation. I mean, listen, I gave him evening prayer and he didn't give me no likeage. I'm upset. You gonna have kids? It's like The Sims. The little babies? Alright, let's go ahead and save. Do a quick save. Alright. End the day, baby. At the end of each day, you return to your home office where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make new deductions. Besides structuring your thoughts, the clue board also has another very important function. Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Excuse me. Yo, Fern, thank you for the 33 months. Cute spot toots. This weird thing called ads started playing. Never again. Sorry. Hi, sorry. How it goes? You mean autonomica? Autonomica? Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that tell you something about the same person or event. Try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red string. To place a clue you have found on the board, simply click and drag them over by the clue list on the right. Place a clue. Oh, okay. Clues on the board can be rearranged or can be arranged as you wish to help you in your investigation. All right, so we got 1, we got 2. At any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it back in the clue list. Should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. The two clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click one of the pins, then drag the string to the other clue's pin to see what happens. Yeah, I like this, okay? I thought it was just going to be a chatty, like, yada yada kind of game where we investigate and stuff like that. We haven't even gotten into the investigating yet, right? But then we had the board. Then we have the red ring board. And I was like, now I really like it. All right. Peter's street smarts. Okay. Peter frequented the Last Drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed's murder took place before it was shut down. He should be able to tell me who else went there to drink and if any of them visit the nightcap. Okay, so the components tells me the two. Her. Congratulations, you have created a new combined clue. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you are ever stuck, try and see if there are any new deductions you can make. To proceed to the next day, click on the coat rack to the side. All right, cool. So that's what we just found out. Last Drop. Murder of Natalia Reed took place near a speakeasy known as The Last Drop. It was closed down after the fact. And Peter mentioned that his favorite speakeasy, The Last Drop, was shut down recently. He had to find a new watering hole, which is how he discovered the nightcap. And in the evening, go to the next day. Yeah. Don't be sorry. Shame on me. I didn't notice. No. No. When does Autonomica come out? Do we know the release date yet? Well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you are a beacon in the night. You better stop flirting with me, Peter. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Catch up just like the old days. Now press the show clue button to open the notebook and present him with the new combined clue. I don't want to yet. He hasn't drank. Select the Peter Street Smarts clue to ask him for more information. Okay, present clue. Are you sure you want to present I guess. The story about the broad that got iced at a speakeasy? What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journos did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing, and for what? I've got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories. The hoi polloi. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it. Gets all worked up, and ain't no one got the real facts except for the ones who know to keep their mouths shut. And folk who say the city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on wrong. Bukovia officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. Manoi? Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional. But it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folk went there, so don't go making any inferences. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos? The type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. He sound bitter as hell. Last year she made it big thanks. She made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Durand. No, I think she just said made it big. Oh, I could. Yeah, maybe he wasn't talking about fame. Maybe he was talking about something else. Rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an intrepid reporter. What you think of that? You just call me Scoops? All right, I was just curious. Let's catch up just like old times. Okay, when you don't feel like asking a customer any further questions, you can always press the leave button in the bottom right to exit the conversation, regardless of how many actions you have left. However, if you still have questions for Peter, you can simply continue your conversation. I do. Maybe he wants a drink. A drink, Peter? Maybe just one. You don't want my lips. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say? I might. What do we say we give him a night count? Triple sec, vermouth, gin. It'll take him to 7. I mean, if she's sugar mama, then that can happen. I think we give him something heavy. He's like, you don't want my lips loosening. I think we do. I think we do. I'm usually not a fan of surprises in my drinks, but this is good. Let's catch up, just like old days. Okay. All right. Drinks. What sort of drinks do you like, Peter? I like proper drinks, something pure like vodka. Anything else? Coffee helps. Keep me sharp in the wee hours. You work late? You know I do. Nothing happens in the morning, so best sleep through it. Or nothing good happens in the morning. I get a lot more done while everyone is asleep and out of my way. Despite the name, a cold winter usually... Okay, despite the name, a cold winter usually keeps me warm during those long nights. Okay, purr. I remember. Tell me there's not sexual tension here. Tell me there's not. Alright. We have 2 questions we could ask this guy. Which 2 are we doing? Know anything about Natalia Reed? No, between us, I assume you never went legit. Or, how's work these days? Look, he looks so grumpy. Looks a widow grumpy guy. Let's ask him how work is. Okay, you don't have to be a smart ass. Sure, I'll play along with this amnesia of yours. My job is the same as ever. I'm a problem solver, and the problem I solve is this. What do you do when someone who owes you money stops paying you? I make sure agreements are kept and no one breaks their word. In a way, I can help all parties involved because one way or another, the deal they made won't be broken. And where possible, I hope my business never involves my friends. Business is never personal for me, but the way I do business, some people take it real personal. Understood. All right, let's go with this. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get into any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. All right, fine. Scram. I won't ask about the victim. All right. I'm gonna get into this group later. Let's talk to this guy over here. He looks a little grumpy. All right, he's in a bad mood. That's not good. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day? Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Okay, smartass. Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palm up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. All our glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences, smudges and such. Sussy? 1 glass, no smudges. Good, I'll have that cocktail. I am waiting. Oh, this guy's gonna get spit in his drink. Any particular flavors you enjoy? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty. I ate this bitch. Closely inspects it and gives a reassuring nod. Coming right up. Hope it's good. All right, we're going mint. Mint punch. I'd love to punch him right in the face. Maybe I'll give him that. All right. All right, Copper Bullet has a mint. All right, we got Mint Punch and we have Copper Bullet. Now, Copper Bullet, Punch and Bullet is fine with me with this man. He doesn't like seeds. But we have a lime slice and a lemon slice. Maybe we ought to go white rum. Maybe we ought to go to the mint punch then. But this other one is just stronger. He wanted strong, didn't he? He said strong, right? Oh, copper bullet it is. I gotta remember. Not bad. As long as the glass is clean, I won't complain. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. Sus! Are you a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bakovi. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got canceled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good. That's when I usually need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. He's the killer. Period. End of discussion. Date got canceled. I don't know. Nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you another drink? Or should we stay quiet and make him sit in it? What did he say to me? Fine, I'll ask. No, I should head home. Thanks for, a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. See you then. Fuck you later, bitch. Hate you. Alright, who we going? We going blondie? We going guy? We going brunette? We going redhead? What's happening here? I'm gonna go guy, get him out of the way. He looks... Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah! Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. Great! Great! He frowns at the bar. He sits, the drink selection, then you. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, and then you. Okay, so he's just frowning at everything. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. Okay! Toxic past. Toxic relationship past. We handle men. And me and Peter probably had something going on. I feel like Peter and I been doing the things. The thingy things. Back in the day when we was doing the criming and the timing. You wish you weren't so good at... Okay. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. I'm going to punch him. What can I get you? Surprise me. Give me some hints? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think? You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the three girls he came with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so 10 bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much, and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can handle that. Thank you. I am definitely spitting in this guy's drink. Don't keep me waiting now. I'll punch you in the head. I don't like you. I'm about to get this guy so drunk. He's gonna be just falling over everywhere. I have to go home, big baby. What do you say? He likes rum? He doesn't even know what he likes. Parents were into wine. There's red wine in this one. All right, if we go rum, it's one of these two. Let's do Pirate's Joy, whatever. Look at the stinky customers. I could get used to this. I'm Killian. Didn't we just talk to Peter and he said Killian was also the guy at the Killian was a guy named over at the last drop? You might have met my parents at some point. The Durans? Might have. I don't think so. See, everything in me wants to give him an I don't think so because I don't want you to feel important at all. I don't like you. You're a stinky poop. You might have met a doctor with the surname, though. It's fuzzy. Fine people, though I suppose as private doctors, perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare? This guy's thinking he knows my wallet? Out of my price range. I'm shitting in his drink next time and tell him it's coffee. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes to sit back at the table. Nah, you're coming right back, buddy. You get back here. Bartender, we met again. Tends to happen if you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? All right, what sort of drinks do you like? He doesn't fucking know a goddamn thing. You wrinkle your nose every time you take a sip. Ooh, oh, he's a big baby. He can't handle it. Did you know Natalia Reid? That's a little direct. We're gonna piss this guy off by saying the drinking thing, and we already know it, dude. A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab home. Really? She was drunk then. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with the grace like more refined ladies. Oh, I hope this guy's the killer. I hope he's the killer. I hope I can put this man in jail. This man sucks. I hate him. What's his stinky problem? You know she's dead, right? Yeah, Elena told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in the fleeting, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so... Correct him. You will die. You will die one day. Oh, I have to say it because fuck this guy, dude. Is that a threat? Maybe. Just a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? I bet. Yeah. Okay. Fuck you, dude. Oh, we can bring things to the man's. Oh, I probably shouldn't tell him that Peter's saying things. Maybe I should. It says right here, they all frequented the speakeasy where the murder took place. Oh, screw it. He might get mad. Whatever. Sure, I visited. Okay. Well, he didn't give a fuck about that. He didn't care. All right, let's ask one who drinks. Something that can get me drunk without it feeling like I'm drinking alcohol. Elaborate. So sugary drinks then. I love the light sugary stuff. I think your mint punch fits that bill. Got it. All right, so now we know his favorite drink. Purr. All right, let's go ahead. Ha, you're right. I don't enjoy this. The drinks are well enough made, but I simply can't become accustomed to the taste. I must persevere. You don't have to, you know? I started going to bars to be around Alina and Wendy. With the killer going on the loose, I'd like to keep an eye on them. What's your end game? Very gallant. I've had my eye on Alina for a bit. We've gone on a few dates. I think she really likes me, but she has a guard dog. Maria's hackles are up and she has fangs. In fact, I was thinking of paying for Maria to attend a distant chess tournament just to have more time with Alina alone. Perhaps take her to Mary hey, whatever, for steak roulade. Mind keeping that to yourself? Your plan is safe with me. Psych! Good. It's stressful though, trying to keep my intentions secret. I'm only here in pursuit of the object of my affection, and this constant boozing is worrying my mom a great deal. I usually wouldn't listen to her, but she holds great sway over my disposable income. Really? Tremendous tea, sir. Tremendous tea. All right, let's Let's. Yes, I visited often, though prohibition put an end to that. If I don't get home soon, my mother will lock me out. Bye. See you later. Bye. That guy was something. All right. Who's this? A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing as she scans the room. Then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? The place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned a speakeasy in the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bukovi Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems that flowed past this venue without impact. So she's shit talking me right now. Because she said it's as charming as it is easy to find. And I'm assuming she's saying that being underneath a bookstore is hard to find. So she's telling me it's not charming? So she doesn't like me. Or my place. I can't tell if that's a compliment. I'm confused. Do you like it here? I do, yes. I'm Wendy Brooker. This is the girl that he said he wanted. Let me see. Let's go up. Oh. I think this is Wendy, the quote-unquote guard dog. You might have heard of my father. You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think about an endearing nickname for you. Okay. Do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like you like to drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little bit more fabulous, but not too much. All right. Not sure what the fuck that means. Do we just care? Let me see if I can impress you. Difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. What am I? Who am I? All right, so we're gonna go a round of 5. We don't want to get her completely shit-faced. We're gonna go along a 5 or a 4. Only one drink that one gives 3 questions though. Pirate's Joy. Wake up call. Eastern Ruby. Let's do Eastern Ruby. Why not? I mean Ruby, right? Red. I mean red hair, right? A twist. Not bad. Oh Lord. Bless me. But too many of these and I'll get bored. Okay. I'm guessing that's a not like. I don't know. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. Enjoy. But she's gonna come right back because I'm not done talking to you. Why did I walk away? We meet again. Evening. What do you want to know, bartender? All right, here we go. All right. What sort of drinks do you like? I absolutely adore the evening prayer. There are a few others I enjoy, but a great deal more I digest. Or detest. Okay, sorry. Why do you ask? Just interested. It's my job. Very good. I'm glad we could have this conversation or this discussion now, so we don't have to do it again. Okay. All right. Let's ask about jewelry and herself for sure. I feel like she definitely would talk about both of those things. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise, then lets out a delighted giggle. A little delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, home Heath, out in the country. I moved to Bukovi because I got bored, and I come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar? Say you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. People must love you. I'll play along. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better, or worse, if you prefer. I'll start. I was born. I moved here. And now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. How do you know about my background? I guess criminals can be dangerous? I know a lot, darling, and most of what I know I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone or fuck, I don't know, who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. Okay, so she is a lot more than meets the eye. I'm cordial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class, you know, in pre-prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same? Or are you in an open book? It takes me a while to warm up. What you see is what you get. Like a cannoli. That's what's on the inside that counts. What's on the inside that counts? Okay, she mentions cannoli. Okay. I've noticed you do a lot of watching. You pour drinks while keeping your eye on your customer, the sign of a good bartender or someone who is fearful of their own clientele. I can't blame you though. Imagine if one of us were police. Are you? She laughs, and for the first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. Ooh, okay, I'm actually liking this bitch, I'm not gonna lie. You've known plenty like her and learned to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us, but alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact, but you can tell, if you look closely, you can tell. She purses her lips briefly, a smile flashing across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. Maybe it was Maria that was the guard dog? Now I can't remember, dude. Where's my notebook? We talked to Killian and as an eye on it, but fears her friend Maria would get in the way. Okay, so Maria's the guard dog. Her. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I'd do the same. Poor girl's head must be spinning. Evenings in the casinos, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bed sheets each night in the stags. Now, did we say Alina was poor or Maria's poor? Okay, Maria's poor. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. You don't seem to like Maria, or do you even like Maria? You don't seem to like Maria. I don't like Alina much right now either, but again, they might grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks which I like, imperfections, and they're both sharp as tacks, if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, well, blondness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls, Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chess chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. That's what I was saying. I'm saying, first off, look how she's looking at Alina. Right? And I'm thinking, if she's always around and Killian's getting annoyed about it, then I'm like, maybe she likes Alina. I'm sure. Do you want to know? Okay, so we have 2 more that we can do. Let's talk about the jewelry. Fuck it. I do. Aren't you worried about being robbed? If I'm outside, the best place someone could rob would be my empty house or my empty home. If I didn't wear the nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed. An unglamorous existence. Earrings are meant for ears, and jewels don't sparkle when kept in a box. Do you know anything about Natalia Reed? The dead woman? I know of her. Quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Alina Dragos, especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore you with the long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do, so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. Well, you look at the time. I'm going to make my way home before the sun comes up. Good night, Wendy. I kind of like her. And I don't know if I should. I don't know. Let's go to Alina. The young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello? What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I could try and help you make up your mind. That'd probably help. Okay. Let's roll the dice. Surprise me. Make you something nice. Forward to it. Okay, so she said sweet and strong. We can maybe get a 5. Maybe an Eastern Ruby as well. Yeah, I think so. Yo, ARS1, appreciate the follow. I hope I said that right. Or yeah. Well, I definitely don't hate it, thanks. Okay, that doesn't sound like she likes it. Have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshop, too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How'd you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place, or I don't own the place. I'm just gonna say I don't, rather than saying Vincent. Maybe. Not that they wouldn't know Vincent, I guess, but... Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I'm already a bit tipsy, if you haven't noticed already. She didn't have to tell you that. She reeks of booze. During a prohibition, you hide it well, sure. Yeah, I found a bottle in the basement and drank it at home to celebrate a friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go sit down again. Take care. Why do they make me click on them again? I'm not done. What does a girl need to do to get a drink around here? Evening, Alina. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay, so let's ask her what a drink is. Okay, so she likes Poison Drop. Nothing tops that one. Very specific. Hey, if you don't tell people exactly what you like, how will you ever get what you want? Purr. Good point. It's better than Maria's anyway. The woman likes tomato in her drinks. It's indecent. Okay, so we're gonna give her a Bloody Mary then. Kerr. Let's catch up. Okay. So we have 4, so we could literally do. Oh shit. Oh, there's a lot more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, are you single? What brings you to a speakeasy? That's a risk. Victim. Maybe I'll ask about the victim. Purr. I'm not talking about that evil floozy. I'm here to have a good time. Lena seems very guarded about the topic. She also seems to know something. Perhaps she's more talkative when drunk. Okay. All right, so I mean, I can't give her another drink. I've already served her, so she didn't like her. Let's ask about her friends. Why not? You know, I don't particularly like the Novuri. What? Or the Oldo? Alien is sweet but painfully innocent. Facts, bro. Winnie has her moments. The only person I really want around is Maria. Interesting. Why do you socialize with them? What's so good about Maria? She's just the most down-to-earth person. I've known her most of my life. The others, though, why do you socialize with them? Because they're useful. The wealthy don't see us as people. We're tools. So I've sort of adopted that mindset. But you're rich. You're not getting it. I was born poor. That stain stays with you. For Killian, he was born middle class, so he's closer to home. I might be wealthy now, but I didn't come into money through gem mining or property or an aristocratic aunt. Gambling. My father has money now, but all that means is that he has more to lose. Gamblers always lose in the end. If I don't ingratiate myself with these people, maybe even shack up with one of them, I will have nothing again. I'll be nothing to them. In the grand scheme, I'm a blip, a momentary fleeting thing in these people's lives. I've got to hook them in, get them invested, and eventually probably marry one if I want to keep this lifestyle. I just wish I could, I don't know, trust them a bit more. Some of them are decent, I think, but I know where I came from and I know I won't go back. That has to be my focus. Quite the plan. I'm a chess player. Planning ahead is what I do. Still seems a bit cynical. You mean pragmatic. Seeing how quickly people changed the way they treated me the moment I got money left me a little jaded, I suppose. On good days, I think my new friends aren't like that. They're better than that. Wendy and Killian might have more to them than I admit, but I still don't fully trust them yet. Okay, so she's even thinking about, she likes Maria though, like, so I kind of already know the answer to dating, to the single thing. Let's ask about her hobbies. I play competitive chess. I'm good at it, depending on who you compare me to. Maria and I have been chess partners since we were kids. Back then, we imagined that if we got good enough, we'd live the life of a chess grandmasters. Play chess for trophies, live in hotels, go to parties, have crowds cheer our names. The reality is a lot of these events only pay you when you win, and the entry fees are extortionate. Back in the day when we did overtime to afford the qualification fees. We'd be so exhausted from overtime that we'd never play our best. We'd scrape up enough money for one hotel room and pass out each night. Still had fun though. Ever win? I won a tournament a few weeks back. Maria got second place, so we both qualify for an upcoming national tournament. Maria doesn't know yet, but I'll be paying to take us both there. That's kind of you. It's our dream. Understand. Alright, one more. I feel like this one would be good, but she's not drunk. And we're not necessarily super friendly yet. If it's risky, I feel like it's just gonna not do the best. Let's do job. Nothing. I guess you don't need to. Exactly. My family's fallen into wealth through sheer luck, and I won't let us fall out again. I have plans to keep us where we need to be. My dad might end up losing his fortune again, but I'll be glad to take him in when that time comes. Did you ever work? Sure. And for a man who, it doesn't matter. That's all in the past. Interesting. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. See you later. For a man who what? Tell me. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know. If I'm honest, too many options. How about I choose? I appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light though. I have work in the morning. I'm looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Okay, maybe, okay, tomato. Okay, so she made it obvious that she also likes the tomato. All right, per. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only tomato drink I have. Yeah. Thanks, lovely. Or that's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will assist me will arrest me any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Popa, by the way, a friend of Alina. She's the one who told me about this place. So I'll go sample this cocktail and let her know if her recommendation was a good one. Enjoy. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. Alright, we get her back though. We get her back. Alright, evening, Maria. We should chat, I guess. Pass the time. Alright, so we have 5. Let's go ahead and just ask her. Femme Fatale is nice. The spice slows you down so you get the head spins without getting carried away. Interesting. That's a bit strange. Nope, interesting is fine. You can tell I don't drink much, can't you? I can, but I don't judge. I appreciate that. Still, it's growing on me a tad. I don't know if that's a good thing. I prefer these cocktails to the beer my father drinks. I'd better not make it a habit, though. Your choice. Okay, alright, so... What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at the old tailor's in the stacks. It was the maid with the wrench in the library. You know what's so funny? As I was out at Walmart the other day and I saw Clue and I was like, damn, this would actually be a really fun game to play. I wonder if Lyra could grab the concept yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or if it would be too difficult, or if she would be able to. The other girls at seems good. Talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire? Really? The building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Oh, you play chess? When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets? No wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Do tell, Maria. Do tell. What do we see? I get it. We still do easy peasy kid games here, like Break the Ice and Ants in the Pants. Is there a kids clue? Maybe there is. We actually got charades for kids. Not that charades was really anything that was hard to begin with, but like it gives you cards with 3 different ideas on each card, and then you have like 2 decks of cards, so it's like $6. So we've been playing that as well. She also really likes Dungeon Mayhem is a card game. It's D&D, I think. I want to say it's Dungeons and Dragons, but it's called Dungeon Mayhem, and you have a deck of cards for a rogue, a mage, a barbarian, and a paladin. And according to who you want to play, you have that deck of cards, and then you guys attack each other with cards. It's really fun. Duty toilet. Bless, she doesn't know what the fuck that is. But my niece does, and she'll just say it in the middle, and I'm just like, is this what we used to sound like when we just had random ass sayings and shit? Dungeon Mayhem, yeah, definitely. It's fun. Four characters, so it's 4 player, or you could just do, you know, 2 or 1 or well, no, 2 at least. Yo, Smacker, hi. patterns, not just in fabric, but in this city, in people, and most of all in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me, competition. Even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Not quite, although I have won tournaments. We both won a few, but none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret is. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. Her. Any other habits that aren't so intense? Cooking, I guess. I make great sarmal. But this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drinks order. Fair point. Alright, sorry. Apologies, ma'am. I think y'all would be able to do. Oh yeah, see, I've seen some of those too. You know, it's hard when you are trying to like feel out a board game or a card game and you're at the store. It's like hard to really tell, you know, because it's not like I don't get a big image of the whole thing. You know, you just get like the concept, and it's kind of hard to be able to just like, oh yeah, this would be good or whatever. Okay, so you and Alina play chess together? We do, yes. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at the chess club in school. We were rivals, but ended up being best friends. That's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does that sound strange? A little. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day, and to beat all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now. I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago, and I came in second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals, and it was intense. I felt like my whole life was building to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the Grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I am talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Inside where? Inside her head. Inside her head. YouTube reviews for board. Oh yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Hello, beautiful little detective. Hi, how are you? Hard to watch a 16-minute. Yeah, for sure. That's true. You're not a big drinker. Not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Alina asks me along, and leaving her at the bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too, and Alina have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe. Even if it means drinking? Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Reading in a bar is kind of sad. No. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? Purr. She's liking us. I think we're safe to ask. The accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines, like the start of some macabre? I know that word. Murder mystery, but without the cheery ending. Probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. Alright, girl. I ain't got nothing. Oh, shit. I could have been showing her fucking clues. Damn it. I keep forgetting about that. Okay. No, let's go to her. Oh, so there's nothing. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Let's tell her about Alina going there. Sure, Alina has been there. Oh, it's really late. I'm going to head home. I have something on tomorrow. Thanks for the drinks. You're welcome. That seems sus. Unless that was it. Unless that was like it and she wasn't like leaving because I asked her the question and she was just leaving because I finished the question and she's done with it now. That was giving a widow sassy. A widow sassy. Alright. So we've got this one. Before it was shut down, he should be able to tell who else did it. Okay. No, not this. Not this. These were these two together. Okay. Peter is still employed with in the criminal underworld as a debt collector, ensuring his employers, usually loan sharks, get a return in their investment. And then this one is telling about who all went there. Okay, I wonder if any of these really go together. Watering hole. Okay, so these already went together. Ah, and it'll tell you which ones are not together. Ooh, I like that. That way you don't forget what you've looked at. Okay. You know, I hate doing this, but sometimes I'ma just check them all, right? I'm just gonna check them all because, like, how else am I gonna know? Where it's shut down, you should be able to. So this is about the killer. Oops. Yeah, see, okay, this one was the one that we put together here. And it made this one. These two made this one. Peter's job, potential patrons. I mean, I guess, you know. I didn't really get any scrumptious tea, like, from the clues from the people. I got information about them. Oh, there's Vincent. Oh, it's Constable. Hugo Mertens marches down the steps to the bar, his hands deep in his pockets as he inspects the other guests with confusion. After a moment, he makes his way over to you, pulls over a chair, and sits slightly too close. Constable Merton. Barkeep. Seems like business is booming. I never thought a life of crime would be so social for you. This is my job. These patrons could pass for respectable. Maybe they are. What do you want? They're good people, mostly. Just here to check up. Oh, fuck off. He didn't like that. You don't like my smart mouth. Just here to check up on you. I would love to hear about your findings regarding Natalia. Someone on the street knew her. Use that knowledge to your benefit. If you have anything worth sharing with me, I'll be staying here for a while. Open the notebook to present him with the new clue. Using clues on a detective like Hugo will never consume actions, so make sure to show him anything interesting you find. He may have useful insight. Okay, so we're gonna give him potential patrons. Okay, he would need to know that. So Alina Drangos, Killian Durand, and Elliot Lynn. The hell was Elliot? All frequented the last drop around the time before Natalia Reed was murdered. And you say you got this information from Peter Wagner? Mr. Wagner is well known around multiple police stations throughout Bukovie, and the only reason he knew all this was because he was present at the time as well. So let's add him to our little list of suspects, shall we? What happens now? Now that I know I'm not wasting my time with you, the next step would be figuring out which one of these four might be our killer. Hugo pulls out two photographs from his coat and hands them over. The first one shows an ornate, decorated lighter lying on the pavement. The second shows a nasty looking syringe. It is empty and small bits of blood can be seen around the needle. These two items were found at the crime scene. Check around and see what they mean to our suspects. Any more questions? About the syringe, about the lighter. Okay. It was close to the body and it's quite ornate. It has a pattern on it, metal flowers skirting the edges. I asked around a few tobacco shops and always got the same answer. This one is custom made. We might guess that the killer is a smoker. Only a few million of those. Nasty habit. I'm surprised you think so. Hey, dude! I can't say anything to this man. I'm gonna have to just woo him, bro. He doesn't like anything I say? Surprised you think so. Most people here smoke, especially those with colorful backgrounds. What? What? I have to like smoking because I work at a bar? I have to like it? I'm tired of you, bud. Any more questions? Murder weapon is peculiar and devious. It's some sort of lethal toxin. Back before the prohibition was slipped into drinks, but since then, most of the victims have been found with a puncture mark from this needle. Correct. We tried to see if it's a special type that was used, but unfortunately, this one is available at any pharmacy. Doesn't help that it's basically the industry standard for any medical profession in Sara either. Whatever the nature of the toxin, it wasn't fast. Perhaps the killer wants to watch the victims suffer a bit before they die. The victims can each have different puncture wounds, arms, legs, but in the case, it was in the back of the neck, so the perpetrator attacked from the rear. The tests that we have run so far are currently inconclusive. Damn it, this was back in Belgium? I'd know how to find better toxicologists. Do you know any toxins that have these effects? Many simple chemicals can be lethal with injection. This perpetrator has chosen a cruel implement to achieve his goals. I am making the apprehension of this villain my sole mission. We have to stop him. Any more questions? All is clear. Good. One last thing. Hand over your notebook. You place the notebook in Hugo's outstretched hand. He pulls a pencil out of his pocket and quickly adds a new section at the back. After looking it over one last time, he hands it back. I added some questions I need answers to when reporting my findings about the case. The detectives at the station use this method to put together a case. I intend to do the same. First, we need a suspect to investigate. We narrowed it down to 4 people already, but given we're working with a serial killer, we can only get a warrant for 1. After this, we need solid evidence to confront them with. The 2 things I need answered are, what is the killer's motive, and what evidence proves the killer was present at the time of Natalia's death. You can find clues that answer these 2 questions for any of the suspects. Assign them in this section I added and hand over your notebook so we can review your findings. But you can only submit a suspect once, so you have to be sure, and you should also consider evidence that might clear a suspect. Will that be enough to convict them? On its own, no, but it's much easier to get a confession when you're presenting solid evidence. From there, it becomes a lot easier to arrest someone. Don't make me regret my choices here. I trust you with enough information to get me in an uncomfortable position. Let me down, and I'll make sure things become very uncomfortable for you. Got it? Very well. I'm prepared to answer any of your questions. You guys just added a new case tab to your notebook. Let's have a look. Open the notebook by clicking the button on the top right of the screen. This button also works when not in conversation with a customer. Select the highlighted. Okay, we got case. In this case file, you'll find an overview of each suspect in the case. The evidence you have collected so far on each will be displayed. Case file displays clues that shows a suspect's motive, the evidence that proves they could have committed the crime, as well as any potential defense that rules them out as a potential culprit, such as an alibi. Once you are confident you know who the culprit is, you can press the Submit Case button at the bottom of the page. Doing this will summon Hugo, who will review the details of the case and look at the evidence you have collected with a critical eye. For now, press the X. You're already in conversation with Hugo like you are now. You can also press this button at the bottom right to submit your case. Once you submit a culprit, your answer can no longer be changed. You only get one shot. If you submit your case before the deadline has passed, Hugo will leave to present your case to his superior and won't return until the final day. Oh. It's up to you to find evidence on all suspects and figure out who is innocent and who is guilty. Their fate lies in your hands. Good luck, bartender. Okay, so I feel like we should drag it out until the very last day, because God forbid we do it early and then find out more evidence later and then can't change it. The one that doesn't like smoking did it. No one's gonna leave their lighter. Facts. We're ready to answer any of your questions. Okay, I wanna know who I'm working with. Let's ask how much drink. Something with coffee. Why? It's my job to know. I suppose it is. Do you memorize everyone's favorite drink? Why are you so suspicious? I try. Well, that's an admirable goal, but let's not get too chummy. Damn, bitch. You want to scribble this in your little notebook. I like anything with coffee because we drink it a lot in Belgium. Reminds me of home. Noting that down. Okay. Do you know Peter? Peter has a storied history with the Bukovi police. You can usually count on him being on the wrong side of the law. We're working off the assumption that Peter moonlights as a henchman for bigger fish, maybe even the Bruga Boys gang under Carla. It makes me wonder whether a boss like Carla could have had something to do with all of this, but she's white collar and more interested in larceny and laundering than murder. Constable Hugo Mertens, that's all you need to know. Favorite color? Oh, come on, I want to push him so bad, but he doesn't like me. Prepared to... Okay. Whatever. I'll be good. Situation at my workplace is none of your business. Seems to show a sign of stress. When you mention his work, perhaps a drink could help him relax. Oh, dude, I could have friggin' asked him this whole time. I shouldn't, but perhaps this one won't hurt. Okay, now, he likes this one. He likes this one, but he also likes coffee. Right? He said coffee. God, I hope so. Not bad. Very pleasant, actually. Prepared to answer any of your questions. Okay, so... because those idiots are so busy chasing promotions, they forget to actually look for criminals. One of them confided in me how he figured out all the victims in the Bukovi Boulevard killer are all blonde women. He condescendingly told me to keep that to myself and be a good constable. I can tolerate them being competitive, but not when there's human lives at stake. Didn't expect you to be so noble. I'm prepared to... Maybe now that he's a little bit more drunk, we could, like... Blue. Okay. Hobbies. I am partial to pointless conversations and wasting my time. You have no hobbies? If I indulge this line of questioning, will it motivate you to trust me? Yes. Fine. I like building miniatures, and when I was younger, I collected model trains. Tell me more. I am a collector? What more is there to say? We all collect things. You collect useless information while I collected trains. I don't have them anymore. Before you ask, I had to leave them back in Belgium. You have a little railway? Yes, and my fiance hated it. All of these objects are with my parents now. Is that all? I still have more questions. Tough. Fair enough. Okay, I'm happy we got a little bit out of him. That's all. I just wanted a little bit. You have a fiance? Indeed I do, and you didn't look so surprised. But I am surprised. I'm not. Good. Is that all then? No further comments. Alright, I didn't want to be an ass. I didn't want to be an ass. It's just a little sarcasm. Just a little fun sarcasm. Maybe we tell him this? I don't know. So he collects debts for a living now, does he? You think Peter's criminal past is related to the case? I'm certainly considering it as an avenue of investigation. Debt collection can get violent, and Natalia Reed was a gambler. There may be a connection. Someone at the nightcap might know if Natalia had debts. Ask around about her. I see. He already told me all of this stuff, so I guess that'll be it. Goodbye. I have a bar to run, and I have a case to work. Good evening, barkeep. Alright, who are we gonna talk to here? Let's talk to the sad guy. Bartender? Father Lacey? Please share something happy with me. I need to talk to someone who is not confessing mortal sins. You have a favorite drink? Choosing a favorite hymn? Too difficult. Indulge me. Surely something speaks tonight. He takes a deep breath and eyes the shelves like he is poisoned, and they hold the antidote. You hold the rim of his glass like you're ready to serve. He taps his finger along the bright wood of the bar top and clicks his tongue once. It would probably be the night count that you serve here. It was has a bitter aftertaste that resonates with me. Any reason? Much of life is bitter. Might as well embrace it. Mix the bitterness in with other ingredients which make it palatable. Right. Hey. Father, makes me think of my vows. But priests are taught it is worse to abominate wine than to imbibe it? So I will choose the lesser sin. Alright, so night count. These drinks have really disturbed my equilibrium tonight. I should get back to the manse. Oh, fuck! He has to go home because I made him too drunk. He said that's what he wanted. Damn it. Fine. Well, have a good night. I probably should have thought that through. I should have looked at him. That's what he liked. But I guess if he's... Oh, whatever. Whatever, man. Lara Salo. Quick, you gotta set me up. I'm in a desperate need of a drink. What have I missed? What drinks do you like? Gonna sound weird, but something spiced. I love ginger ale in my drinks. If I didn't have to be so careful with my coin, I'd only ever drink copper bullets. That weird. A little weird, but we do serve those. Not that weird. Glad you think so. Alright, here we go. Copper bullet. You're too strong. Not too strong, right? Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. What have I missed? Okay, tell me about your job. What do you know about Natalia Reed? I guess I've seen her a few times before. Before the murder, she was in the Spire Lounge in a hotel a lot. Same as Elliot, Olivia, and even Alina once or twice. Did Natalia mix with anyone else? I saw her and Olivia order together at the bar. That stuck with me, because Olivia is a kind of a big deal even amongst that lot, and everyone formed a crowd around her. I saw her hanging out with Olivia once or twice too, or not Olivia, Elliot. Usually away from the bar though, over at a Vantage booths. Interesting. Now that I think about it, Alina brought Killian along too. I remember that pretty well because he asked me out. I mean, I don't wear a badge or anything, but I do look like I'm out here trying to date. But do I look like I'm out here trying to date men? No, I get it. Okay. No, I work in a hotel, so my shift starts early and finishes early. I have later afternoon and evening to myself, but I'm training real hard just now. Training for what? My gray belt? The martial art combat thing, right? Can't you just buy one? When I can take my Saifu down to the mat, Saifu, I gain the gray belt. Good luck. Alright. There's 5, maybe 6 interesting things about me, and my job is not one. You really want to hear about the hotel? I'm curious. I'm a maid, believe it or not. I spend most of my time cleaning up after messy, entitled people. Before Prohibition, I worked in the mid-bar for extra money. The tips were decent and less cleaning of bodily fluids was involved. Do you like your job? God, no. Do you? I like my job. Lucky you. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I liked my job. I'm sorry. One day I'll get out of Bukovi. I'm too old to compete in the martial arts now, but if I wasn't trapped, I could at least grab an airship to anywhere else, really. Why are you trapped? I'm in debt. If I stop working, it'll get worse. Once I've paid off everything I owe, maybe I can quit and find something better for me. The friendly local loan shark, Carla, won't send her goons after me as long as I keep paying the interest. Oh shit, on my debt. But with the wages from the hotel, I'm not making a dent in the amount I owe. Yeah, I know what Carla's like. No use worrying till I get wrinkles. Sifu says rainbows need rain, so I guess this part of my life is a rainy season. So the rainbows are coming. All right, let's make sure we don't forget. I like my job. Good for you. Now I hate you. I know, it's like I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, maybe I should warn her that the Bukovi kills blonde-haired women. Blondes? Great. Why would you tell me that? I already feel it. Fuck! I'm trying to help you! Oh wait, I have work tomorrow. I gotta get some sleep, so good luck with the bar. God! Whatever, dude. I can't do nothing right, man. Oh, Elliot! This guy? Oh, dude. Yeah, killer. Sits down with a cigarette in his mouth and pulls a box of matches from his bottom pocket. This guy's the killer. We discourage smoking. These are menthol and they make your breath smell good. If you must, I must. What do you need from me? Okay. Now, we're gonna get this man a drink. I cannot expect a bartender to produce quality drinks without suitable direction. Exactly. Something minty with soda. I feel fresh and awake after I drink. Alcohol doesn't make you sleepy. I have developed my constitution till it no longer inhibits my focus. Alcohol sharpens my senses. Really? A drink with a clean mouth feel livens the senses, not to mention how much it encourages intimacy with the opposite sex. Fresh breath is essential. All right, freak. Just hold off on the fruit punch. Feminine drinks reduce male. Okay. Encourage production of black bile in the body. Okay, which makes one melancholic and I believe less. Okay. Pouring vodka into fruit juice is a waste. Like a sophisticated gentleman wasting his time on tittle tattle with loose women and mannerless men. Some men are born for better things, and they deserve better drinks too. Yo, this guy, if this guy's not the killer dude, tell me I get multiple cases for one. And tell me they made this one the easiest as fuck, because tell me this man ain't the one, bro. He's the one. Ugh, you stinky poop. All right, so he wanted... Yes, yes, hurry up. Okay. Why did I already forget? He said he wanted soda and something else, y'all. Someone help me. He wanted something with soda? Did he say mint? Oh, fuck, dude. I've already forgotten, man. Let me see. Maybe a mint punch. He did say soda. Like something bubbly. Maybe it would be like this. A copper bullet. This one has soda as well. This has ginger ale. But I want him more than just... Oh, he doesn't like this one. Doesn't like this one. Not his favy wavy. Okay. So then maybe this. Maybe soda and a mint punch. Oh, fuck it. Ah! Scared me. That's a nice drink. Clean glass, crisp taste. All right, here we go. We got 4. Did you see what happened to Natalia Reed? I don't know who that is. Bukovia is a big city. Would I even remember her? She worked nearby. This is Bukovia Boulevard. Everyone is nearby. Thanks anyway. Sus. Sus. Okay, what do you do for a living? Very important position and something, though often the plebeians treat me like a clerk rather than a senior individual with a great deal of power and influence. A arrondissement property registry. What the heck does that mean? Do you enjoy it? It pays my bills and gives me time to pursue other interests. What else is there to expect from a job? I make more than most people, that's for sure. Is money important to you? No, but I find it's a good indicator of value. Right. Okay, let's... Oh, that's a little bit much, isn't it? Let's talk about how he's been at the Spire Lounge. I didn't know Natalia Reed. I have no idea who she was. Elliot's brow is furrowed, and though he is clearly perturbed, you have difficulty reading his emotions. You can stop lying now. What makes you sure I am lying? Someone saw you with her at the hotel. Elliot pauses for so long, you're not sure he heard you. Squinting, he examines the empty glass like it holds the secret of the universe. Yeah, arrested. Well, right. Yes, Natalia, I knew her, but again, barely. We met once or twice while we were drinking. Intimated I might find her attractive to a degree. She made it very clear to everyone that my feelings were not reciprocated. Ooh, he a little angry about being rejected. Okay. Why did you lie? Because it was an embarrassing experience and I don't like to relive it. You're a bartender. It should be none of your business. Are you going to serve me or are you done? I'm done. Ooh, punch you in the fucking head. Hmm. Hmm. Initially denied that he knew and then changed his tune when confronted with a. What if we did bring up the lighter to him? Let's also bring up the fact that he went to the bar as well, just for the sake of saying. I didn't visit, and you should doubt the words of crooks. I've got work tomorrow, so I'm going to see you. He's a liar. He's a liar. He be lying about the things. He is lying about the things. He's a liar. I kind of want to share some of this information with him. And let's not present the case. Let's do this. What do you think about this? The sting of rejection can be a powerful motive. Well done. I got a bad feeling about this guy, but we'll need a solid evidence. This must go before a judicer, so our case must be rock solid. For rejection to be a motive for murder, he'd need to have a short temper. Indeed, try shaking the tree and see what falls out. Confronting him might do the trick. See, damn it! I'm prepared to answer any question. See, that's what I was gonna do. All right. He is a liar. Yo, what's up, words? Hi. All right. Okay. Let's talk to Vincent, and then we'll talk to these two. Nobody else, right? Nobody else. Okay. What's up, Vincent? What you want? Good evening. I wouldn't mind a sip of something for a long day of reading. Evening, Mr. Floor. They say conversation is a dying art. Let's prove them wrong. All right, what you want, big boy? Red wine served over ice. Something classy. Feel free to experiment. All right, red wine, y'all. Red wine and a lemon. I love sucking on the lemon afterwards. I bet you do, Vincent. Ugh. Oh man. All right, cool. All right, red wine, y'all. Red wine. Where's the red wine at? Cause I knew it was somewhere. Red wine. Okay, this doesn't have a lemon. This is a lemon slice. This doesn't have red wine though. That has white wine. Oh, we'll just go with this. This is his favy wavy. Damn, he has a tolerance. Hi, I'm Lemon. This man has a tolerance. All right, Per. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. They say conversation is a dying art. Okay, Per. All right, tell me about yourself. When did you open the da-da? Do you know about Natalia Reed? Looks down when you mention her name. He licks his lips, considering his next words carefully. I've been thinking back to when we met briefly at my accountant's office. She was smart, charming, and she knew when to drop that stiff Bukovi formality and be a little more laid back with her clients. I know she liked to drink. My accountant complained that she turned up worse for wear once or twice, so I imagine temperance was an issue. It was also no secret to my accountant that Natalia struggled financially due to her stubborn gambling addiction. How she managed to finance it is a mystery. I suppose it makes sense that she's frequent speakeasies after the prohibition, so there really is a killer on the loose then, apparently. Ghastly. I hope our customers tread lightly. Me too. They say not right. Okay, perfect. Let's see what he says about blonde victims. All the Bukovi killer victims are blondes? I never noticed. Perhaps this is truly the workings of a madman then. As much as I mistrust the authorities, a connection like this is hard to fabricate. We live and we learn. They say come on. Oh, I keep doing. Have other speakeasies been raided? I'm sure dissatisfied patrons have alerted the authorities on a few occasions, but I've met a fair few officers and even detectives in speakeasies. They think the laws don't apply to them. But I think the political climate has shifted. The Bukovi City Council has taken a harder line, and they may even be incentivizing officers to close more establishments. The economy may be booming, but the explosion of wealth is far from equitable. Speculators in the radio carriage and whale oil businesses are rolling in cash, but the public services, the police in particular, are paid peanuts. The speculators climbed a ladder and pulled it up after themselves. Now they're making us fight each other for table scraps while looking down on us all, legitimate business owners and police officers alike. There's a cadence in his voice that makes him sound cold and unemotional as he speaks. It's like he rehearsed this topic, or maybe he's gotten sick of talking about it. Sigh. I am rambling again, so let's change the subject. Sure. Let's see what he says about that. I beg your pardon? I have no idea what you're on about. Okay. Alright. He didn't care about that. Simply cannot linger any longer. I've slept on the lounge upstairs before and my back did not thank me. Alright. Toodaloo. I let's talk to this butthead. I'm tired of him. Bartender, we meet again. That tends to happen when you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? I know what he thinks of Alina. Nope, let's get him a drink. Love the light sugary stuff. Think you're mint punch. Okay. Going mint punch. Going mint punch. He likes this, but his favy wavy is this one. But I might actually need to get him on something that gets him a little bit tipsy. I'm not gonna go mint punch. It might be his favy wavy, and he might like me more for it. But we're gonna try to get him a little burnt. What do you think of Alina? Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. What? Money equates to personality? Huh? Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. What a freak. Started going to bars around. Very gallant. Had my eyes on a little bit. Okay. Wanted to redo this dialogue because I don't want him to like me a little bit. All right, so. What do we want to do? Let's bring up the lounge, like Alina being over at the lounge, I guess. Perhaps I'm a bit slow. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, fuck off. Okay, fine. Blonde victims? Sure, maybe. Blondes? I love blondes. Another reason this killer must be stopped. I can't with this guy. I bet you hear. Oh god, I can't with him. All right. Let's talk about her debt. Yes, I have heard Alina rant about her on a few occasions. If I don't get home soon, my mother will lock me out. Bye. Alright, bye, buddy. Alright, Alina's we need to get Alina. We need to get Alina a little bit drunk. All right, we gotta go to a 5, man. We gotta go to a 5. Okay, right here. Eastern Ruby would be a 5 for sure. Eastern Ruby. Or maybe we should go 7? Wanna try a 7? Let's try a 7. Let's try a 7. She might not like it. She might not like it. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay. Let's try to ask about her and Maria. What about us? Are you two dating? Maria? No, but we're close. I must have been mistaken then. I get it a lot. Lena's still blushing. This topic seems to be something she would discuss unless she really trusts you. That's okay. Okay. I gotta make her like me. I gotta make her like. I want to ask. Natalia? Why are you asking me about Natalia Reed? Talk to me. Well, I know that she was a gold-digging cow who had absolutely no business dating my father. What? You thought I wouldn't speak ill of the dead? Whoa. I may not be kind to her memory, but at least I'm the one being honest. She was like a barnacle stuck to a boat. Nothing I did could dislodge her. I might try to accept her if she curbed his worst impulses, but she gambled as much as father does. She was an accountant who couldn't handle money. When I called her out for her scheme, she even threatened to have my father write me out of his will. My friends told me to stay quiet about my feelings, but I won't do it. If being happy today makes me seem callous and even suspicious, I don't care. The world is a better place without her in it. Let's see. Let's get up. Well. Evil stepmother. Wow. Okay. Now is she gonna be pissed if I tell her about the blonde victims? Fuck it. Honestly, a mixture of boredom and curiosity. Looking at your hands, I can tell you've worked hard in your life, right? You're not an inheritor of a ruby mine or in line for a duchy, are you? I am not. As working class as you can get. Well, 2 years ago, so was I. Dirt poor. My dad gambled the meager money we had, and my family was left in debt. And my mother had too many crumpets in her case, if you know what I mean. I don't. She was nuts. She joined the cult of the Do-Arai when I was a kid and ran away to live in the northern waste, and after dealing with my dad's gambling addiction, I'm not surprised. I know it's too much information for a stranger, but I'm here and I'm drunk and you asked me, so this is the monkey paw curling or whatever. I'm interested. Well, good. Anyway, I was working odd jobs for wealthy people. I noticed how much illegal shit they got up to. I remember a rich older woman telling me about how her son was jailed for dealing drugs, and it was the most embarrassing ordeal. Obviously, being me, I asked, how much jail time did he get? Because I'm nosy. She laughed. She literally laughed. Some ear-piercing bat-like screech of a laugh and said, oh, he just paid a fine. For context, Maria and I went to school with a guy who got caught carrying some whatever woohoo drugs for someone else and is still in prison. Rules don't apply to the rich, and hey, guess what? I'm rich now because my dad's gambling somehow paid off. So now rules don't apply to me either. If I'm caught, I'll pay a fine because who the hell cares? And you're okay with that? No, obviously not. But also, why am I the only one who feels guilty about it? Purr! I wish I could just enjoy the privilege as much as they all do, with no context to distract me, or with no context to distract them from their entitlement. And there's one thing I'll never escape, no matter how much I save or who I marry: the fear that I could lose it all again. I just hope if I do, my real friends are still around to buy me drinks. Write the story. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. Damn, she kind of just... I like her. I like her a lot, actually. I like her. Okay. Not mad at it. Alright. Hugo. Let's talk about some stuff. Alright. Talia's debt. Let's go over it. So, she had debts. You should look into how this could be related to the case. Money is a powerful motivator. I'm prepared to answer. Okay. Let's go stepmother. I'm glad you're the one conducting these interviews. This is something straight out of a radio drama. But it's a solid motive. Nice work. Excuse me. We still need evidence that Alina was capable of the crime. The murder weapon might be a good place to start. Prepared to answer. Sure. Okay, let's do this. Interesting. Confront Elliot and Alina with this and see how they respond. Put them on the spot and watch out for the quivering lip or the twitching eye. On victims, which I'm pretty sure he's the one that told me this. I might have overshared when I had a few too many drinks. Let's not discuss that further. I trust your discretion on this. Suppose this information about the killer, though, maybe you can piece something together with it. Talk about the lighter. I kind of just want to talk to him about everything, even though he's the one that gave me. Why are you showing me this again? Do you smoke, Hugo? Barkeep, I am not a suspect. Just curious. Let's keep an open mind. Stop. Of course I smoke. You need something to help you relax. I'm an underpaid constable with a bulging caseload. And a junior detective snapping at my heels while we both taste the same emotion. Tobacco is the safest stimulant I could choose. Right, aren't cigarettes expensive? I don't know what you're hinting at, but that's enough now. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, I saw bulging and I... Oh, yeah, what's up, Reaper? I'm doing good. I'm chilling. How are you? How's your day? I saw him. Look at him. He's so quinky. I can't get him to like me at all because I always have little snarky comments I make. I think I'm being, like, sarcastic and flirtatious, and he doesn't like that. I don't know about anything more than I've already told you. Let's work together to find how it fits in the bigger picture. It's your job to present this to our suspect and see how they respond. They'll likely have their guard down around you, so we might learn something. All right, big boy. See you later. I'm done. All right. Get to the board. Okay, so we have... Let's put some stuff back. Let me see if... Lawn victims... Potential patrons... No. Let's... Just pulling them all out. My God. All right. I wonder if the patrons in this go together. No. So... Wonder if... You know what? We're gonna do it. Because until I figure it out. Until I figure it out. Who would have a syringe? He didn't have a job that was like, I would use syringes, correct? Who the heck would use a syringe? I don't think she would. I really don't think it's Alina. Not gonna lie. And in my heart of hearts, I don't think we have any evidence that goes together right now, but you know, who the fuck am I? Favorite speakeasy. That was that one, yeah. Because it's like they have to have something in common, and some of these that I'm like, maybe these would be kind of close. Peter's job. Oh shit, you're right. Okay. Damn, we have too many clues. I wasn't thinking correctly. Okay, so Peter's job is a debt collector. She has debt. Per. So I could just literally link them together. Maybe it's Peter, and I don't think it is, bro. Peter, look at him with this widow scar and a cutie fatootie face. He can't. Peter collects debts for a living, and Natalia was in serious debt due to her gambling addiction. Peter's boss may have ordered him to kill Natalia when she could no longer pay up. Okay, I don't. Yes. Street smarts. Okay. Blonde victims. Not gonna make any sense with any of these. His job. I'm thinking he doesn't need a syringe. I don't think he smokes. I'll have to ask him if he smokes. Okay. I know that's a really cheesy ass fucking way to do this shit and that you should be smarter or something, blah blah blah, whatever, don't care. I'm gonna do it however I have to get the evidence so I can get correct shit. And that's it. Because I'm not gonna leave it unknown. And just assume that I'm wrong. Or assume that I'm right. I mean, does that, you know what they say about assuming. Peter collects debts for a living. Okay. Well, now I really don't think this goes with anything. I'm gonna be so for real. Not even a little bit do I think that. Collects debts unless it goes right back to his job, but he wouldn't. And see, and that wouldn't make any sense anyways, because I don't think he is it, because it's a blonde victims, okay? He wouldn't be the killer. Now, as far as we know, I guess this killer doesn't necessarily have to be the Bukovi killer. It could have just been a coincidence that she dies. She's also blonde, so they're chalking it to be the Bukovi killer. So I guess that's also, you know. Yeah. Yum. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Ooh, look at them. Look, they look like twins. Deadass. These two look like twins. In a way. Alright. That has to be it for me. I will continue this tomorrow. For sure. I want to get down to the bottom of the things and the stuff. I'm enjoying this. I thought this was going to be fun. I'll probably just run this through until we beat it. Because I was thinking about it like all day yesterday, wanting to play, but I was like, nah, just wait until stream. This would be a good one. I think it's fun. And I know a few of you were saying, or a few people had said, that it wasn't be something that they would play, but it would be something that they would watch, because sometimes the reading can get like sleepy and not really super exciting. So, and I've been on my reading vibes lately, so. But alas, that is it for me today. I am going to go chill while Dookie Head gets back home. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me and whatnot. I love you guys forever, and I will see you tomorrow at noon, and then we'll just continue doing this. But okay, I'm gonna go now. I love you forever. Goodbye.